Okay, so let's check out the proposed changes for the Supertest. Supertest preview, vehicle changes and rebalances. Commanders. Over the years, we have seen many changes in World of Tanks. Some vehicles became less popular or didn't adapt well, while others benefited excessively from developments. That's why we will tweak the values of the most effective vehicles to maintain fairness, rekindle interest in underachieving vehicles, or keep overpowered ones in check. Currently our plans encompass vehicles of all types, standard, premium, reward, all classes except SPG in tiers 5 to 10. The changes will first be introduced to the Supertest for evaluation and are still far from the live game. Nevertheless, we would like to share our initial plans to gather your valuable feedback. Chifa pipa. Fuj pipa. Fuj. Okay. Cat is blocking the camera. Okay, so vehicles considered for rebalancing. Patriot, AMX, Pilot, STRV, Centurion, AV, Turtle. Let's see what they're doing to the Patriot. Better top speed, reverse speed, dispersion, better gun hunting, I guess. Ultra reverse speed, better accuracy, better aim time. Okay. The AMX, better ultra reverse speed, better dispersion, more view range, better aim time. Okay. The pilot needs all the love in the world. Better pen, better velocity, better velocity on both shells. So better pen and better velocity. That's not gonna be enough for the pilot. Pilot is one of the worst things. Okay. Centurion, dispersion, dual movement. That's the only thing they're buffing to the Centurion. Better gun handling on the move. That's not gonna do anything. STRV, same, just better gun handling on the move. The alpha damage is the biggest problem with these tanks, but okay. MV, better gun handling, more view range, less reload time. Same shit, you know. Turtle definitely needs like armor and alpha. They're giving it top speed, reverse speed, better gun, better penetration. Thank God. It needed like a lot more pen, better velocity. At least they're giving it more pen. At least that, right? At least that. But the pilot though, they're making the penetration 208. Meanwhile, good premium tanks have 212. Good premium mediums have 212 forever now. But you know, pilot is pilot. Most of the stuff is good. Like the stuff on the Patriot good, AMX good. On the pilot is just sad. Like the tank needs everything. Armor, speed, alpha, penetration. They just give it some penetrations. Centurion's pointless. It's not gonna do anything. This tank again not gonna do anything. And the turtle I guess is good. Right? More pen, better gun handling. They could have like instead gave it some more alpha damage. Okay. Now tier 5s to 8. Churchill 1. Better gun handling, but the Churchill has good gun. Churchill needs armor because he has no armor. Shit. What's next? The tier 6 Churchill. Better speed, better gun. Again, these tanks need armor because they get pinned through the tracks way too easy. Black Prince. Better speed, better gun, and less reload time. They're not buffing like anything that fixes the problems of these tanks, and especially Black Prince needs armor, man. Like you get pinned through the tracks like crazy. Another useless buff. It's not gonna change the Black Prince at all. AMX. Better hull armor, better gun handling. Let's see the AMX 65T. Right after they nerfed it, they buff it again. That don't make any sense, man. They literally just nerfed it previously because he was overperforming, but what the fuck? They just nerfed it and they buffed it again. Better upper plate, better lower plate. I mean, it's only 220. That's like standard tier 8 penetration, so. More V-range, better reload. With this tank, what it needed was armor and a good gun, right? Armor and good gun, and they didn't touch the gun on it. Crazy. Crazy. Tier 8 VK. Better gun handling, better load time. More HP. Junction or upper plate effective armor. They're buffing the armor a bit. I never really thought that this tier 8 VK was too bad, but any buff is good, I guess. Buff in the cheeks. I guess we'll have to see one. T69. Better gun handling, better aim time. The penetration goes to 200. Still nothing. The pen goes from 181 to 200 with standard ammo. You still gotta shoot full gold ammo. And the pen of the gold ammo goes to 280. It's something, but... Super dispersion. Better aim time. Better dispersion. 212 pen. It's not gonna help it that much, but... Like a lot of these tanks just suffer from the same problem. The alpha damage is just too low, unfortunately, so... Teammate Bulldog. Oh wow. Penetration is gonna go to 180. And 215 gold pen. Useless. Useless. The buff in the reload time. Oh my god. It's not gonna do anything. Imagine being tier 8 and your pen is like 180. What's next? AT-15. Better speed. Better gun handling. And better armor behind the mantlet. That's interesting. Is a turtle like the Tech Tree AT-15? No. The turtle you need to play like a badger, hide the lower plate. 110, better load time, better gun handling, better lower plate armor, 200. This tank could also use some gun depression. Okay, tier 10. Oof. The object to succeed is considered one of the highest performance machine in its class and boasts impressive capabilities. However, reducing some of these features, you can just nerf the armor. Reduces some of the characteristics will allow other vehicles to compete more effectively. In addition, the vehicle's rotation will be improved, allowing it to respond quickly to situations while maintaining its impressive firepower. Popularity of the WZ is significantly below our expectations. No shit. Updates include improvements to efficiency, overall gaming play experience. The VZ is one of the top performing tier 10 heavy tanks. I wouldn't consider that. Its impressive features make it a formidable opponent that can significantly impact the outcome of a match. However, many players perceive certain characteristics as too powerful. SD has been significantly underperforming and has less popularity. If you know all these things, then what's taking you so long to make buffs and nerfs? I don't understand. So let's see the WZ. It's getting better horsepower per ton, better top speed, a little bit better shell velocity, better load time, and better accuracy. All of these will have absolutely no impact to the tank, because the tank can snipe, the tank can brawl, right? So they're making the shell velocity from 760 to 960, still can't hit anything from the distance, can snipe. And the accuracy a little bit better, still can snipe, because it's gonna, with super bad shell velocity, just can't snipe, you know. I think these are basically the stats of 268 if I'm not mistaken. 0.36 accuracy and 960 velocity. And that tank is like 50-50 when sniping, because that's just not enough. They're giving it more horsepower. Well, that maybe will help a little bit when you try to brawl, but a tank has no armor, so yeah, these buffs just won't do anything. They need to decide on one part, you either make the gun of this thing amazing so you can snipe, or you buff the armor so you can actually brawl with it, one of the two. Obviously, it being a hybrid, something in between just doesn't work, right? So, yeah. The hybrid, it being a hybrid just doesn't work, unfortunately. Okay, object. They're buffing the hull traverse speed. They're nerfing the top speed from 50 to 40. Still gonna be fast. Nerfing the power to weight. They're nerfing the HP. They're nerfing the rangefinder cover. Rangefinder cover? Is that the command as such or something else? What is the problem of the object? It's too fast, too armored, and the weak spots are microscopic. Is anything being done in that department? No. Absolutely no. So the tank is still gonna be fast and it's still gonna be too armored and nothing changes, because they nerfed this tank twice already. And they only did stupid little nerfs like these that absolutely have no effect. So nothing's gonna change on this tank again. Yeah, the T on the top, it's not even the armor that's the problem. It's the fact that if you don't hit it dead center, it doesn't do damage. Right? Unless you hit it dead center, it doesn't do damage. And again, it's just again, just yeah. Instead of cutting straight to the problem, which is the armor. Nope. These aren't gonna do anything about the object. It's still gonna be just as stupid. Yeah. ST2, better turret traverse. They're buffing the armor of the turret and mantled. Okay. Better reload time between shots, 4 seconds instead of 5. Could have been better. And got reload time, they're buffing the reload. Yeah, these are good. These are good. They could have added a bit more mobility to the tank, to be honest. Definitely could have put some better horsepower and top speed to it. But these are okay. VZ55. They're nerfing the reload time between shots, so instead of 2 seconds, it's gonna be 2.5. They're nerfing the reload time. It's gonna be 25 seconds and aim time. Honestly, I never really saw this tank as being overpowered or anything. It's definitely like a high skill based tank. Because it doesn't have armor. I don't feel like it's gonna affect it that much. I don't know, it's always like 50-50 with this tank, you know? I never thought that it needs nerfing, but... The tank is only OP if you're a good player, basically. Like, this tank scales with skill. It's a skill-based tank. If you're good, you're gonna do very well. If you're not good, well... yeah. So I don't know, I don't know what to say about this change, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, only changing the aim time by 0.3. It's hardly gonna do anything to the gun. Yeah, like on this tank, I can't really say. On one hand, if the player is very good, it will do very good. But for the average player, I don't know. Now let's get down to bee's knees, the most important part. Chieftain and 279. The feedback regarding T95 Chieftain and the object has been extensive, yeah? Took you, how long is the 279 in the game for? 4 years? Is it 4 years, 5 years? Is it 4 or 5 years? I think something like that. Imagine it takes them 4 to 5 years to just consider doing something about a tank. The feedback has been extensive, and the number of these tanks in the game has grown over time. That's probably the only reason why they decided to maybe do something about it. Because at the start it wasn't that big of a deal, because these tanks were super rare. But nowadays, because of auction chieftains and people that pay to get this tank, there's like a lot of these tanks, and the matchmaker, there's a lot of them. And they definitely can affect the outcome of a game a lot. The number of these tanks in the game has grown over time. The data confirms that both are currently overpowering to a degree they often decide the outcome. The data confirms both are currently overpowering. Freaking hell, anybody could tell you these tanks are overpowered after playing one game with them. But yeah, they needed to collect data for 5 years to say that they're currently overpowering. Due to their stats, but also to the skill of the players that manage to obtain these reward vehicles. Considering the value of these tanks, the decision to adjust the parameters is not an easy one, but it's still long overdue. The proposed stat adjustments are to make competition fairer, while ensuring the chieftain and the object stay among the best tier 10 heavies. Why not just make them balanced though? I don't understand. You can make something hard to grind, but you can make it balanced at the same time. While the chieftain's mobility and firepower are to become less overwhelming, it will still be a mighty universal heavy, ideal for terrain-based play. Having less top speed, DPM, and HP pool, the 279 will keep all its armor So basically they're doing nothing. So basically they're changing nothing that makes these tanks overpowered, which is the armor. Well done. Well done. And even with this special round armor penetration reduced, more vehicles are able to demonstrate great battlefield performance, thus keep the status they earned with the community. Reward vehicles will remain a worthy acknowledgement of the time and effort spent to acquire them while ensuring fair competition and fun gameplay for everyone. Yes, because it's very fun when you fight against the Chieftain in 279, right? Don't you guys have fun playing against the Chieftain in 279? I'm having the time of my life when I fight against them, right? Anyway, so what are they nerfing? Object 279, minus 100 HP, plus 1 second reload time, 5 kilometers top speed, and minus 20 penetration and heat ammo. Basically, it will change nothing. It changes nothing, because the problem of this tank is the ridiculous, overwhelming armor. So it changes nothing. Good to know, you know. Remember, they want to ensure fair competition and fun gameplay for everyone. Yes. And the Chieftain. They're gonna nerf the top speed by 6 kilometers, the hull traverse by 5 degrees. They're adding 1.5 seconds extra reload time. And they're gonna nerf the the gold ammo by 11, so it's 311 millimeters penetration. So again, basically nothing changes. It's still gonna go hull down. You're still not gonna be able to touch it because no weak spots. Yeah. Basically reducing nothing, and more than that. You know, these are like, let's call them fake nerfs, because they don't do anything. On the Chieftain, on the 279, on the Bobject again. Like literally, this is gonna be the 3rd time they nerf the Bobject and it won't do anything. So these would be like fake nerfs, you know, just... They want to nerf them just for the sake of saying, yes, we nerfed them, so you can't say anything. But at the same time, they're gonna force you to shoot more gold ammo because they're nerfing the penetration of the Chieftain and 279. So the people that aren't already shooting like all gold ammo, these ones will, you know, eventually switch them all gold ammo too. And you shoot more gold ammo, you lose more money. Time to sell the 279 and Chieftain, folks. They're destroyed. They're destroyed. They are destroyed. I don't know what to say. As usual, when it comes to nerfing and buffing tanks in this game, it's more or less a joke. Right? More or less a joke. Yeah. Obviously, some of these changes are good, like, you know, some of the buffs to the premium tanks are nice. Some of the buffs to these other tanks, Tech 3 tanks, are nice. But what hurts people the most, like stupid Bobject, nothing's gonna change. Nothing. Nothing changes about the Bobject. Nothing. It's still gonna YOLO you full speed while shooting you on the move, and you just won't be able to touch it. Nothing changes about that. Nothing changes about the Chieftain. Nothing changes about the 279. Nothing changes about the WZ. It's still gonna be shit. SC2 I guess is gonna be better. VZ, well, like I said, that was a 50-50. Depends on the player skill, so. Unfortunately, the tanks that hurt the community the most, just won't really be affected. Yeah. Because if you really want to do something about these, you nerf the armor. Nerf the armor of the object, nerf the chieftain armor, nerf the 279. Give them weak spots. That's how you fix, not by making... Their goal ultimately is not to nerf the tanks, or like not to nerf the problem of the tanks, it's to make them annoying to play. Just like they did with the Kranvan. Can he still pen a Kranvan cooldown? Absolutely not, it just has no weak spots. So if you fight one cooldown, there's nothing you can do to it. But they made the gun and the mobility of the Kranvan so annoying, you don't even want to play it. Thus, less people play it and they say it's balanced. Because it's not so popular anymore. So it's all about like tanks being popular or unpopular. They don't seem to care about like actually improving a tank so people enjoy playing it and it's fair and balanced for everyone, you know? They want the tank to be popular or not popular. Balance is lost somewhere in between, so... I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. Yeah. Unfortunately, I mean, obviously, this is just going to the super test, right? So, a lot of this is possibly It's
fine for you, Ozzy, as you get good teams and better RNG because you work for WG. How the fuck are the others who aren't WG shills going to make the 279 work with less spend on the Prem shell?
Welcome to the bees. Obviously, all of this is possible subject to change, right? Because this is like going to the super test, so this is not final. These are not the final stats. So there's still maybe tiny little bit of hope that they can do something about these tanks and nerf them properly. But who knows, right? Who knows? I'm very disappointed because as usual they just beat around the bush and not fix the problem a tank has, you know? They just like make it annoying to play, right? Hey, you got too much armor, 279, no problem, we'll make it annoying to play. Fixed. You got too much armor in the Kranvan, it's okay, we make it annoying to play. Fixed, nobody plays it anymore. Yeah, so I am pretty disappointed with these proposed